Well, hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to this episode of Soulful Conversations. Today is September 28th, 2021. I am your host, Lady J. Before we get started, allow me to thank Yahweh Elohim and His Son, Yeshua the Messiah, for providing me with the tools to live a good life. Praise Yahweh. Hallelujah. Well, I'm flying solo again today, and I have been thinking a lot about the chatter of people being fired or suspended for not taking the vaccine, which caused me to start brainstorming. I thought about a lot of things, but one of the main things that crossed my mind was the mentioning of the mark of the beast in the Bible. Yeah, the mark of the beast, which is tied to 666. I did a little digging and I found something interesting. So, did you know that 2 Chronicles 9 verse 13 and 1 Kings chapter 10 verse 14 mentions, "Now the weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 666 talents of gold," which is the 666. The same number is mentioned in Revelation. I took a look at Revelation 16 through 18, and it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So I looked at this and thought about mankind being created on the sixth day. And I thought we, in a sense, have been accepting the mark of the beast since the beginning. Since the beginning of our lives. But what exactly is the mark of the beast? Is it an inheritance or a stumbling block? The mark of the beast, from my perspective, is not just one thing. The cell phone, for example, is like an idol. I mean, some people sleep with their blasted cell phone. And because most, if not all, public landlines aren't around any longer, and most have given up their landlines, if you don't have a cell phone, you can't function. We do our banking through apps. We shop, date, FaceTime, text. Hell, just about everything is done through a phone, a cell phone. I wonder if using cell phones are damaging our human cells. Anyway, the cell phone is in the hands of babies, or the small, as it says in Revelations. The cell phone is in the hands of the great, which are the elite, or the heads of countries. It is in the hands of the rich and the poor. Hell, they're giving cell phones to the underclass. And the mention of receiving the mark in our forehead, to me, we have been reprogrammed. We have accepted this thing or idol as the new normal. And if you don't accept it or haven't accepted it, you can't buy or sell certain things. While on the subject of normal, is it normal for adults in this era to be taking vaccines and then a booster shot for re-exposure to the immunizing antigen? I mean, I thought that our immune system was designed to create antibodies without outside intervention, but maybe I'm wrong. So, I ask, in the end, is it our choice? Is it your human right? While on the subject, I want to take a closer look to what our human rights consist of. For example, there are about 30 or maybe more, but let's just deal with the 30 at the top of my list. We have under Article 1, and in fact, I'm gonna list 30 articles, starting with number 1, which is your right to equality, and then freedom from discrimination, the right to life, liberty, personal security, the right to freedom from slavery, freedom from torture and degrading treatment, right to recognition as a person before the law, right to equality before the law, right to remedy by competent tribunal, freedom from arbitrary arrest and exile, right to fair public hearing, and the list goes on. The list goes on, like I said, but I want to focus on the right to be considered innocent until proven guilty. I want to take a look at right to nationality and the freedom to change it. And the last one I want to mention is Article 18, freedom of belief and religion. Article 19, freedom of opinion and information. And if it is my opinion that one does not choose to be vaccinated, they are well within their rights not to. Weren't these rights put in place to protect us, to guide us, and to deliver us? I stand on these things, and I hope you do too. So remember, your civil liberties are protections against government interference. So, my beautiful people, I hope I have added light to your day. And before I leave you, here's something for your head. Before you change your thinking, you have to change what goes into your mind. You are what you are and where you are because of what has gone into your mind. You can change what you are and where you are by changing what goes into your mind. I would like to thank you for listening. If there's anyone listening, please join me next week for another episode of Soulful Conversations. And remember to stay strong and stay tuned. See you down the road. Ciao.